everybody, happy Pride Month! This year I'm debuting a new series on my channel, The Dress AU. It kinda started as a joke. I thought it was funny that both Ezra from Star Wars Rebels and Disney princesses like Snow White could talk to animals, and were both owned by Disney, so I drew Ezra as a Disney princess. Then I decided to do the rest of the Ghost crew, then some of the side characters, villains, original trilogy characters, and, well, it got a little out of hand. This is my life now. So, welcome to the Star Wars Dress AU. Luke was the first live-action character I did for this series, but he was not the first. I had done all of the Star Wars Rebels characters before this, so I was a lot more willing to experiment. So I'd have a variety of dresses. After batting around some ideas with my girlfriend, who has a ridiculously wide knowledge of dress types, we finally decided that since Luke is the hero of the series, it would make sense to pull from Greek heroes. I did make sure, however, to keep it looking like a dress and not just a toga, so I designed it after Greek women's attire. What's the difference? Well, from my probably inaccurate Google perusal, women's don't have sleeves and they tend to be longer. I gave him gold and silver bands and an olive branch crown. I also made sure all of the characters had a rebellion insignia. As for colors, I wanted to carry over the lighter colors from A New Hope rather than the dark Chanel boots from Return of the Jedi, so his outfit is mostly white with the gold and silver for the jewelry, with a strong blue on the top layer after his lightsaber. I made his belt and crown green like the second lightsaber. Other than that, I eyeballed it based on fan art. And here he is, let me know what you guys think. Here's our girl Leia. Since Leia already wears a few different dresses throughout the series, we decided to give her a new design that's basically an inverse of the slave Leia outfit from Return of the Jedi. After that decision, the rest of the design was pretty straightforward. It all followed that idea, and besides her crown, not much else contributed. I did carry over the blue from Luke to add accents to her crown. Han was such a blast. We didn't really see him as one to half-ass anything, so we knew he had to be very extra and suave. Sort of a femme fatale who screams, "My first 4 husbands disappeared under mysterious circumstances that do not need to be questioned. Now I'm looking for my 5th." A fur coat was a must, but it caused a lot of debate. Would Chewie be okay with Han wearing a fur coat? Would he care? Eventually, we reached the frankly galaxy-brain conclusion that Han had made the coat out of Chewie's shed hair as a sort of passive-aggressive call-out. "Oh yes, Chewie, I made it myself out of all your shed hair. It was so easy since there's so much of it just laying around." After that, it was pearls and fishnet stockings and high heels, the whole shebang. Color-wise, Han usually wears both black and white to symbolize his moral ambiguity. Since he's a bit more devious in this illustration, I used a lot more black, with white just being an accent color. I carried over the gold jewelry from Luke and Leia so I could tie all of them together with their colors. Chewie's drawing is all about fabric folding. It took twice as long as all the others because I went a bit overboard on all the folds and scrunches of the fabric. It was very relaxing. Like Han, he has a lot of pearls, but not as much jewelry. I realized after I started that Chewie had 2 rebel insignias and Han didn't have any, so the explanation for that is Han gave his crown thing to Chewie so it wouldn't mess up his hair. I carried over his ammo belt into a sash, but since he doesn't normally wear clothes, I had to improvise everything else based on his personality. Despite being just as much a smuggler as Han, Chewie seems to be a bit more heroic and noble of the two. Maybe that was more influenced by Solo than the original trilogy, but that meant he's wearing mostly white with black accents.
There's not a single day that passes without you on my mind. Not even 1 minute can end up before you come around. I yearn for the days when I see your face here before me. I long for the times you held me in your arms. How I wish that you were here to give me everything I want. But I know that life's unfair and we can't always have it.
Overall, I hope you enjoyed part 1 of the Star Wars Dress AU. I wasn't kidding when I said this is my life. Happy Pride Month!